Just recently, a colleague and friend of mine has drawn my attention to a clip discussing trends in adoption of Agile in large companies. Uh, there's a lot of information there, but let me just break it down and tell you what I discerned from watching this clip. There was a lot of information about the speed of Agile adoption and critical factors for it. But there was one thing that stood out that caught my eye: the importance of executive sponsorship. No doubt, this is a very important factor. However, it might be misinterpreted or even misused as a weapon by managers. One of the crucial roles of management in an agile organization is to remove obstacles or impediments that are preventing their teams from being efficient at their work. That's not just the Scrum Master's responsibility. The Scrum Master should dive in with leadership and help remove those obstacles, or at least help supplement what we can do so that we can have those impediments lessened. While this seems captain obvious to most people, it does happen that managers start being involved into operational things like tactical decisions, even trying to influence or limit a product owner's role by making operational decisions and leading the product in a certain direction. This is potentially a very dangerous situation, as this sort of behavior can be concealed behind a veil of really good intentions, which many times it is good intentions. You know the one about the road to ruin being paved by good intentions? But urged by the desire to show the teams that they are committed to Agile way of working, managers often can become a burden and oftentimes even an obstacle. I know it's weird, but it happens. I'm not going to go deep into the role of management in an Agile setup. There's lots of articles you can read on that topic. I just want to take a minute to remind managers that your role is not to control, not to direct, not to create tasks or organize a team's daily work. The main role in an Agile way of working is to help the team develop, create a proper environment and ecosystem for the team, set strategic guidelines and goals, believe in the teams, give them freedom to organize their work in the best way that they need to, and know how and can achieve that work. Only with such help, teams, and with them the entire organization, can move and be more agile. What I'm finding is that organizations are getting stuck and hung up on process control, role definition, definition of done, organization of work, organization of people, even worse. What I want to see is I want to see organizations take a step back and ask yourselves the number one question in my Agile 12-step program: what problem are we trying to solve? And why do we choose Agile to solve the problem? Once we know that answer, then we can go to the next question. The next question being, what is the goal that we're trying to achieve? Do we have a clear executive vision and strategy of what we're trying to do? Then and only then can we say, what are the current role alignment and accountabilities, and do we have coverage for all the things that we're trying to do? I want to make sure I point out that none of those three are pointing fingers. They're all just making sure that we have good alignment around what we're trying to do. 4 is organizing the work instead of organizing the people so it's easy to consume. And I think that 12-step program really does dive in and give you the nuances, the essence of the details, the pieces that people don't often talk about, so that we can align and say, yes, we are prepared, and so that we have the way to work, a way of working moving forward. It's not for poor reason that this document, the Agile 12-step program, is one of the top 5 downloaded documents on the internet regarding Agile. The number 1 document is the Agile Meetings Playbook, which can be found on the Agile Dad Documents page. But one of the top 5 is that 12-step program. That's up there with the Scrum Guide and the Agile Manifesto. I mean, just let that sink in for a minute. These documents, 2 of the top 5 documents, were created by Agile Dad. And the reason why is because we want you to be able to pragmatically apply to things that you learn and not feel like you're being forced or directed or shifted into a single thread way of working. But we do want you to have some type of tools or resources that you can lean back on to help you align so that you can get a more clear picture of why your organization is struggling with these things and what you can do to improve. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at agiledad.com. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care. Bye now.